Hello and welcome to everyone. Today we are going to start a poem on beauty, a thing of beauty. A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. John Keats, he was born in 1795 and died in 1821. John Keats was a British romantic poet, and this one his first epic poem Endymion, a poetic romance that was published in 1818. And this poem is a narrative poem about the relationship between a goddess and her human lover. And this poem, Endymion, a poetic romance, it is based on the Greek myth of Endymion. Basically, students, we know that in Greek legend, there were many stories, many ballads. You can say that many myth was there that were having some stories. So this one is also having a story on Endymion. And Endymion, he was a shepherd who falls in love with the moon goddess Selene. But the poet renames the character of moon goddess Selene by Cynthia. This extract, A Thing of Beauty, talks of how beautiful things give us pleasure and alleviate suffering and sorrow. The poem, the epic poem Endymion, begins famously with the line, A thing of beauty is a joy forever. And that is his first stanza. In the poem, the poet tells us that beautiful things bring immense pleasure and delight. We all know that the thing of beauty is a joy forever. So the poet is saying here a thing of beauty romanticizes beauty as something that has the ability to transform lives. The beauty has the power that can change the life also. God creations provide happiness as well as energy, and beauty is also the God creation. The things present all around provide us with plenty of reasons to feel happy. Moreover, the brave soldier's stories bring inspiration and enthusiasm to the love life. Beauty is a heavenly tonic. Furthermore, it is like an endless fountain of nectar. Nectar, students, we all know that you can say that the meaning of nectar, it's an immortal drink here. Okay. Also, beauty can come in various forms. Beauty gives us good health and removes sadness from our lives, resulting in everlasting joy. So, these are some informations on beauty, and now you can see a real scene of beauty. And I hope that this scene will also attract you. Now, after that, I am going to relate you the main theme of this poem as the poet wants to highlight the popular statement that is return to nature. John Keats believes that the materialistic world, because when he was living in romanticism era, most of the people, you can say that the entire Europe, not only the Europe, but you can say that the whole world, that was suffering by the materialistic world. And that materialistic world has given birth to greed, corruption, lust, and craze for material things. So he thus escapes to the rustic life in order to get closer to nature, and which, according to him, is the ultimate source of peace, happiness, and joy. And that's it, what? That's the beauty. So, man himself is the root cause of his sufferings. When we came in contact with the thing of beauty, we become happy. Thus, beauty is a boon, a thing of beauty is a constant source of joy. So, students, these are the some information about the poem, and now we are going to study the poem. But before going to start, I want to explain you about the rhyming scheme of the poem that you can see here in the poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but still will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So students, by this way we had seen that this poem is having a rhyming scheme, rhyming couplet AABB. Okay, and hope that you understood the rhyming scheme. You can see here the rhyming words are forever, never, keep, sleep, and so on. And the breathing word also will relate to the next line. You can see in your book. Okay, so now see the meaning of this line. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. As we all know that this poem is telling about the beauty, and John Keats, he is a worshipper of beauty. So after all, we know that we already discussed that somewhere when he composed this poem, he was the victim of this materialistic world. So he's saying that only and only one thing is there that can just help us to come out from this materialistic world, and that's only the source of beauty. So he's saying that a thing of beauty is a constant source of joy. Okay, and one thing I want to clear you that beauty, it's not a matter that we see generally by the eyes. It's only and only a feeling, a sense that a person can sense. It can give us a pleasure, soothe, comfort, happiness, joy, and so on. So whatever the things that provide you, these things, they are the real beauty. Okay, so a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And the next line is telling you that its loveliness increases. It means what? It means that the beauty's charmingness, its loveliness, its attraction, it will increases, it will never pass into nothingness. We all know that the changing is the law of nature, but here something vice versa. The poet is telling here that the charmingness of beauty, its loveliness, as the people are coming here, they are seeing this beautiful scene of the beauty. You can see here. Okay, in this image I just explained you that whenever you will see this picture, you will go to explain this picture to the other person, and then the beauty of this thing will increase, because you will explain that this thing to the other people, and then they will explain this thing to the beauty of this particular picture to the other people. So in this way, its charmingness, its loveliness increases, and it will never pass into nothingness. We all know that everything had created on this earth one day will destroy, one day will pass into nothingness, but this beauty, it will never pass into nothingness. It will still keep a bower quiet for us. You know about the meaning of bower quiet. You can see in the picture that's given here. Simply in the summer season, we all know that for a passersby, a bower quiet that gives him a comfort, a pleasant, and I think that that's so much a beautiful place for that particular passersby. So the beauty also provides us, it will keep a bower quiet. Bower quiet, it means you can say that a pleasant shady boon of a shady, a pleasant shadow of a tree. That's a, you can see in the picture that's also looking here. And a sleep full of sweet dreams. Beauty also provides a sleep, a good sleep with a sweet dreams, and also a good health, and also a quiet breathing. Breathing means you can say that quiet breathing. It means that beauty also provide a fresh environment. So in this stanza, the poet is telling here about the importance of beauty. We all know that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. We can't deny it. Okay, and its loveliness every day as the time passes by, its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but still will keep a bower quiet for us. This beauty will keep a bower quiet for us. It will provide a bower quiet for us, a a a tree shade under the tree. You can just find out that's a given here, and a sleep full of sweet dreams. When you are having sweet dreams, you say that today I have a very good sleep. Okay, and also that beauty provide you the good health and the quiet breathing, and so on. So students, I hope that you understood the meaning of this particular stanza. And now there is a word that's a bower, and the meaning of the bower is a pleasant shady place under trees or climbing plants. Now this is the time to understand the poetic devices that's given here in the stanza. So first of all, as you see here, the first and second lines, you can see that in the first line there is no punctuation mark. The poet didn't use any punctuation mark here. The line stops, the line take a pause in the second line. So a thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. You can see here there is given a semicolon. It means what? It means it is telling that if there is no punctuation mark is used in the first line, and the poet uses comma in second line or any other punctuation, the flow is paused in second line, thus enjambment is here. So in the first line there is, the poet uses the good example of enjambment. another example of metaphor that you can see a bower quiet forest. Okay, bower quiet, it means that the calmness of the bower is compared to the calming effect of the beautiful thing. So these are the two potty devices that the poet uses here basically, and hope that you understood this stanza very well. Now this is the time for assessment, and on your screen there are given some questions, and I also want to share you the link, and the link will also provide you in your comment box. You can see that there is given a link, and you have to simply click on the link, and then after you have to respond your answer. After responding your answer, when you will submit the link, after that you will find out the correct answers of that particular questions, and hope that now you can see the questions are given here, and that the questions I'm going to explain you. How does the thing of beauty remain a joy forever? And I hope that you understood that the poet is asking here about the thing of beauty that's a joy forever. You have to explain that how does the thing of beauty remain a joy forever. Next, mention any two sources of joy which a thing of beauty provides to us. After that, explain a bower quiet for us, or what kind of joy do we get from a quiet bower. Okay, so you have to explain here the role of bower quiet in the human being's life. What is the meaning of bower? I also explained you the meaning of bower, so you have to write down here the meaning of bower. What does the phrase pass into nothingness mean? Student, you have to explain that the phrase meaning. And what are the effects of beautiful things on man's spirit? And the last question is given here: why do we need sweet dreams, health, and quiet breathing in our lives? So, hope that you understood these questions, and I think that you will also try to give the answer of these questions. So, please go on the comment box, you'll see the link, and try to attempt the questions. And then, after, you will find out the answer. And hope that you understood this today's module very well. See you in the next module. Till then, thanks for watching.